it's kind of important to bring yourself back to what do you truly, really want? Do you want to have a particular lifestyle? Um, because I can just remember, for example, when I used to work as a fashion designer, and I realized like I like designing, but the reason that I changed and I was unhappy there is because the lifestyle wasn't really aligning to how to my actual values. So the question is, what are your values? Are you living them right now? My values back then were healthy mindset, healthy body, you know, feeling relaxed, not being in stress. Because if I am in stress, I eat a lot, I don't cook healthy, I don't sleep well. So it's really important for me to have that lifestyle where I feel that I'm nurturing myself. So that was really, really important for me. Another thing that was important for me was really to have the community around me that felt inspiring. So I wanted to have communications, conversations with people that I felt were inspiring and nurturing and supportive, and definitely not superficial. And I actually just wanted to have like-minded people around me, and I didn't find that in the fashion industry, at least not to the way that I wanted. Maybe I was in the wrong place. You're right, everything happens for a reason, everyone's story is different, but for me, I just couldn't find it there. And for me, things that were important for me was, you know, personal development, it was spiritual development, it was, you know, what is, you know, the questions of why are we here, what's this existence, what's your purpose, and I couldn't find those conversations, and I'm not really a person that handles small talk very well. Well, I can do it now because, you know, after practicing many years and masking, it has gotten easier, but it's not something that I feel comfortable with. If I vibe with someone, it needs to be a deep conversation. So, you know, obviously I don't exclude people that I can't have that with, but this is just where I can feel like where I am thriving as well. And that's really important to think about. Where are you thriving? What do you need around you? What conversations? What kind of people? I couldn't find them where I was. And I was overeating, I was reactive eating, I was eating bad food, fast food. I was putting on weight, I didn't exercise because I had no energy. I you know, wasn't sleeping well because I was working through the nights. A lot of that work that I was doing was by, you know, working through the night. You know, when you do fashion, you just like work day and night, and it's just crazy. Something that I used to do from uni onwards, and it's just not the way I felt that I wanted to continue living. I wanted to simplify my life, hence like coming back to art was something really important for me. I also didn't want to have like a million suitcases full of clothes, or, you know, I also didn't want to carry around all that stuff everywhere. It was too much clutter everywhere. So these were things that were important to me. And for example, it might not be important to a fashion designer themselves who's really truly breathing and living fashion design, where it's like that's, you know, running through their veins, because it wouldn't matter for them at all to go through that for a period of time. But for me, it was just not, there was no place in there where I felt, wow, this is really nurturing me. So the question is, what are your values? How do you need to live in order for you to thrive? For me, it was, I had to thrive. In order for me to thrive, I needed to have a relaxing, calm environment, supportive people, as I mentioned. So I've started to do coaching. That's where I went into, you know, doing a coaching diploma, having those conversations with people, helping people, you know, studying art therapy, doing stuff with art again. My life was simplified from the moment that I decided this. But if I hadn't become aware of what I needed, I wouldn't have done that change, to actually let go of fashion design and to actually allow myself to think differently and allow myself to jump out of something that really wasn't mine. So if you want to, you know, create your art business, sometimes it's a matter of what do you actually truly want? If you imagined like your ideal day with the people around you, with, you know, what you need in order for your body to thrive, to feel good. Do you need to have good sleep? Do you need to, you know, be rested? Do you need your exercise? Do you need your morning walks? Do you need, you know, sunshine and sea around you? What are the things that you need in order to be at your best, in the way that you're feeling the best? And so if we break that down into what are your values, what do you really believe in, what nurtures you, what kind of lifestyle is your ideal, then you know, okay, where's that not aligning right now? And it may be that it's the people around you that are not aligning with this, or it could be that, yeah, the job that you're doing right now is not aligning with it. Maybe the job also could be giving you the opportunity, instead of it being, oh, I hate my job. Like once I had a client who says like, I hate my job, I want to get out of here, I want to, you know, create my art business, you know, it's a time for me right now, either now or never. And he hated his job, and so we worked together, and then a while later he realized, actually, do you know what, I'm really grateful that I have this job, because it enables me to create money so that I can actually focus on myself in my own time to create the art business that I want to create. So instead of seeing it as a job that he's hating, he's shifted perspective and saw it as a gift, as an opportunity for him to be able to use you know, his time that he has in the mornings, like before work, like let's say the hour like between 6 and 7 and 8, he used to paint, and then he went to work all day, and then in the evening he might have done a little bit more on that, and then spend the time with his wife. So, you know, it's like when you realize that not everything in your life is just negative, but you can all of a sudden change the perspective of how, okay, in order for me to create what I want, how can I, you know, use what I've got right now in order for that to be helpful to me? Because oftentimes we think we don't have the opportunities, everything is not going how we want to, and then it stops there. But if you really connect with what do you want, what's the lifestyle that you want, and it's not just want but need, in order for you to be in your best space, that you feel good, because that's when you are able to experience life better as well. So let's say you do have a job that's full-time. So when in the week can you add in an hour here and an hour there to paint, to create, you work on your art business or work on your vision? If you know that's, you know, what's to come, right? If we don't know what's to come, so oftentimes there might be like a corner 3 months ahead where all of a sudden something happens and we have reached a milestone that we just didn't see coming, because we can't see the future. We are creating our future, but we can't see the future. So sometimes we give up just before something comes around the corner that feels really rewarding. So, you know, it's not about giving up only because you can't see it yet coming. We can't physically see it coming. We can see it in our minds. So if you keep, you know, seeing your desired lifestyle, and you know that if you're going to be working short term on this, short term on this for a long term of enjoyment and love for what you're doing, then, you know, you are more willing to go for those 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever it may be, of dedicated work. Obviously, it's something that you would want to do for the long term. So it's like that long term mindset is really important, to work for it for the long term. But in the processes of it, you are going to get the rewards as well. So yeah, it's just something to think about. What is your lifestyle that you need in order to thrive? And then, you know, to really connect with your vision, so that you are going to go through with the steps that you need to. Just think about that, and let me know in the comments if this resonates with you and where you're at on this process. Thank you.